800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. That's 800-915-9371.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, good morning everybody. Happy Tuesday, August 12th, 6:05 is the time. I think the sun is rising a little later already these days. August 12th. I know it's a little cloudy outside, but I look outside, it's an ominous sky. It's a beautiful sky. Good morning everybody. We're here. We get you going in the morning. We're not too loud. We're not too crazy. We just try to have some fun, wake you up, easy tone, ease you into the morning. 6:05 is the time. Wherever you may be watching us on podcast or listening to us on radio, you can do that at Arch City Now. Once again, Arch City Now is where you find us. We're on X, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. We put out social media on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook as well. TikTok. I'm glad you guys are with us. Glad you're joining us and following us each and every day that we do things. All St. Louis, all day long. LouInfo.com is the website. Once again, LouInfo.com, where you can find out more about us and the show. That's our website. We love it when you guys let us know what's happening in your neighborhoods. Talking with us, we find those stories. A lot of the news headlines, newsmakers, people doing things like that. That's what we try to do here. All about that. Projo, he can show us himself right now. Projo jumps in every now and then. Where's Projo today? There's my Projo. Projo in the house.
Sorry, I'm buttoning up a few things.
Your job is important. That's important, my friend. Yes, it is. I love when Projo starts talking 5G towers.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say they were burning them down in Ireland?
Somewhere, yeah, somewhere. I think it's Ireland. Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh. We've talked about 5G towers and if it makes us crazy or not.
No, there's a lot of things.
There's 5G towers throughout the St. Louis area.
Yeah.
Do you recognize them pretty well and pretty easy?
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, anybody can tell. All you got to, you got to look for the what is it? The vertical rectangles. Those are 5G.
The vertical rectangles.
Yeah.
That sounds, as I said, ominous.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, Ryan. Appreciate you jumping in, buddy.
They're hiding them in trees now. I swear. I can get pictures.
Bring pictures.
I will.
Bring pictures. Do you care much about 5G towers?
Do you know much about 5G towers? Just talking about them might get us knocked off.
What?
Yeah. It did on the other show.
Oh, no, that show was... What's wrong with a 5G tower?
Well, I'm not going to sit here and explain it and get us banned.
Okay. I didn't know that would.
Yeah.
What would be so wrong about that?
Good question.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Just leave it up to the viewer to research.
Research 5G towers.
And 5G technology.
And cloud seeding. I love it.
Kind of all work hand in hand.
Oh, Greg calls them fake plastic trees from the chat line. What? Is that get us into all the fake birds and everything too?
No. I mean, I don't know that I believe in that. However, I've seen the plastic trees with the 5G boxes in them. And I've also seen billboards with them behind them as well.
You've seen fake G trees in the St. Louis area.
Fake trees with 5G in them, yes.
Why would you want to put a fake tree around a 5G?
I think the reason why they explain it is, towers with 5G, they're an eyesore. So that's why they do it. But I don't know.
Huh. Okay, now we got it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to the show, Arch City Now. All the news headlines, latest what's happening throughout the area, throughout the St. Louis area. We love it when you guys jump in on the chat line. As we do, good morning to Ben and Ryan and Greg. Thanks for jumping in and talking with us too. We do appreciate it. Let us know if you want to give a shout out to anybody as well. And of course, we will help you out any way that we can in getting that out there. Some of the things going on this August 12th at 6:09. Greg says he remembers when Projo talked 5G and y'all got kicked off YouTube.
Mhm. For a
What?
week.
It was? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was during a different administration as well. However, I don't expect that it would be any different now either.
Okay. I told the things I forget. I think. Anyway. All right. It's a Tuesday morning. It's going to be another hot one around 90 again. Chance of some storms later in the day today. We'll see how that all pans out. The Cardinals won again last night. They beat the Rockies. I told you the Cardinals they should sweep this series with the league's worst team, the Rockies. They came back in the bottom of the eighth. Brendan Donovan pinch hit double, put the Cardinals up 3-2. And they go on to win by that score. Miles Mikolas had a no-hitter going into the sixth inning. Some of the best work he's done in a while. I love it, and it's great. I just know that it's against the Rockies, but we'll take anything at this point in time. Cardinals now 3 games behind the final wild card spot in the National League, just to get into the playoffs. Also, you've got a situation where I love this when it comes to sports. Good morning to you, Greg, as well, and good morning to you, Donna. How about the UFC? I mean, we all know the UFC has been done phenomenally well, been super, super successful. And there are a lot of UFC fight fans all throughout the St. Louis area. And Paramount is now going to be home. How about where Paramount has come, what they've done? Paramount is now going to come home to all UFC events in the U.S.
Nice.
That's huge. The deals have shifted away from UFC's, their current pay-per-view model. So they've gone massively big. So it's a 7-year agreement announced with TKO Group. So that went down yesterday. And it's interesting because it came just days after Skydance and Paramount officially closed an $8 billion merger, kicking off the reign of a new entertainment giant. So that'll be interesting.
I'm just glad it didn't go to Hulu or Disney. What is going on?
I don't know. You're playing some nice music.
That is not me. There we go.
Oh. I figured your big arm hit something.
No, that was definitely at Kirkwood.
That was nice. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, everybody.
Sound like that grocery store music.
It did.
I was in the produce aisle for a second.
Under the new deal with UFC, so Paramount's going to be able to distribute exclusively all the UFC's full lineup of its 13 marquee numbered events and 30 fight nights on its streaming platform, Paramount Plus. So that's a big deal. And then also, with a select number, a few of those events are going to be simulcast on CBS. UFC going mainstream even more so. So that's a big, 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 big deal when it comes to UFC, the no holds barred fight game, the fan base. It's going to be a huge, huge steal for them. UFC events currently air on ESPN. They've offered tier pricing to view content, if you know about that. But the 7-year deal between Paramount and TKO has an average annual value of $1.1 billion. I mean, it is a money maker. And it's a notable jump from the roughly $550 million that ESPN reportedly paid each year. So it's going to simplify offerings for fans. So with all the content set to be available on Paramount Plus, which currently costs about $7.99 and $12.99 a month. And then Paramount said it intends to explore UFC rights outside of the U.S. So they're going to be big. They'll be big, big, big. So it's interesting. Yeah. I love it. You just don't know where the music's coming from.
It's coming from this laptop.
Good morning. It's 6:14. It is August 12th. We love it. We have fun here. We try to keep it light. There are some stories that get more serious, but we do try to keep it light for you here as we take you from 6 to 8 a.m. Monday through Friday right here on Arch City Now. From the chat line, love when you guys jump in. Greg says Paramount will be airing the MTV Music Awards on CBS this year. Okay. There you go again. That's another big deal. And then the Phillies won over the Reds last night from Donna. She's a Phillies fan. The announcer described Carl Schwarber's home run as a towering home run, which I could have seen it. Wish she could have seen it. His 42nd. By the way, Kyle Schwarber should be the MVP of the National League, my humble opinion. And Joe says, good morning. Good morning to you, Joe. We appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, sharing the show, getting involved with what we do here every day when it comes to everything St. Louis, promoting St. Louis in every way that we possibly can. And we are here for you. Thank you for watching. If you guys want to send us an email, you can do that well at archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, that's archcitynow@gmail.com. And then if there's a story that we're missing, let us know. Let us know. We'll talk about it. What's happening throughout the St. Louis area in our region, we can do those things too for you. Once again, Hot Take Central 2.0 joins us every day from 8 to 10 o'clock. Once again, 8 to 10 a.m. The former Blue, Cam Jansen, and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster, Jim the Cat Hayes. So UFC went from literally Joe Rogan and Dana White in debt. And I've told this story on the other shows, working for nothing. Joe Rogan worked for a while for free. It's crazy. It just blows my mind. And not a political thing here, but Donald Trump, they asked Donald Trump if he could use his hotel. So the UFC started in Trump Tower. Trump started in his hotels.
I didn't know that. That's where the connection comes in.
That was a connection. Yeah. That's why Joe Rogan and Donald Trump became friends.
Gotcha.
Or not Joe Rogan, Dana White. Dana White needed a break, trying to start a business, been struggling for years and years. And then all of a sudden, here's Donald Trump showed up and gave him a spot. That's why Dana White said when there were, as a massive advertiser said, if you don't stop getting political with Donald Trump, we're going to pull. And he's like, listen, there wouldn't be any UFC if it wasn't for Donald Trump.
Right.
So bye.
Yep.
But the UFC's done absolutely amazing. And and I like it. Sorry, I do. I like it. I appreciate watching the baddest men and women on the planet go at it and showing total respect for each other while they do it as well. So big money being exchanged right there. That is a huge story when it comes to the UFC, and good for them. Also, what do you guys think about this? I don't know if I should do the study. Did we do it now? Coming out of the gate. Now I'll wait for that. Keeping things a little light. We got to ease in to some of the other things. Why don't we show the manhole from Sunday night? I thought that was pretty interesting. We were talking about weather changing, and it seems like all of a sudden this has been a summer of strong storms. Spring and summer they hit and boom, crazy. Well, we saw about 4 inches of water in a short amount of time in 2 hours. Sunday night. That's a month's worth of rain in 2 hours for the St. Louis Metropolitan Sewer District. And it overwhelmed a manhole, and it absolutely provided some video for us here. Check out the video. Are you showing that, Bro Joe? Mm-hmm. Look at this. That's a manhole cover. That's down by the IKEA store. Yeah. Look at that. That thing just blew up because it got overwhelmed with 4 inches of water in 2 hours. I wanted to show you that again. There was flooding all over the place, but it was the manhole cover that we thought was pretty damn interesting. I'm showing you that. If you can go back to
there.
Yeah. Look at that.
It goes up higher than the street lights.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
For our listeners on radio. I don't know. How high do you think that was? 30 feet?
Yeah.
Maybe least. 30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just a little, that's a thick bunch of water coming up through there. So just interesting stuff from the other night. By the way, from the chat line, Donna says, thanks for leading the day off with all the positive things, a bright spot in the day. We try. There's some negative things that you have to get into as well. But we just want to get people up and moving in the morning. You're waking up. We don't need to be yelling and screaming at you. Take it a little easier. From the chat line, I still have my freebie makeup mirror from celebrating my birthday with my mom at Trump Castle Casino in Atlantic City. Gold lettering on the front. That's pretty cool. And how about the water slide that shattered at some water park with people on it? I did not
I did see that.
Where was that? I just tried to.
I don't know where it was, but right as soon as you like go into the tunnel, there's like a drop.
Oh,
and it's a tunnel. So in the bottom plexiglass,
there was no bottom?
There was no bottom. It was just like a waterfall. It was basically like you go through a tunnel and then you're out the bottom.
What do you fall into?
Concrete.
Yeah. Is that what it's?
Yeah, it was
That
horrible.
happened to people?
Yes. Yeah. I think I'm not sure how many people it happened to. I
Before they stopped it.
yeah, they had people running up
To try to say
to
no.
stop. Yeah. Yep. It was pretty creepy.
That's like one of those stupid movies, those Final
Destination.
I hate them. I tell my kids stay away from that crap.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's bad. Just stay away from it.
Mhm.
Do not put that self into your system.
Oh, it was on a cruise ship, according to Greg. But either way, it was still a drop, and it went down to a platform. Yeah, a dry platform.
Holy moly. Yeah, a cruise ship. Wow. From the chat line, Ryan says, that wasn't water that you guys were showing bursting up a manhole in
Mhm.
downtown St. Louis right next to the IKEA store. It was sludge.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to be touching St. Louis
sludge.
sewer water. That's like that water at Forest Park in the
in the fountain. Yeah.
in the fountain. Do not touch the fountain water. Do not. If you're in, do not stick your hands in that water. It is nasty. They tell you do not touch the. What's so inviting? Do not touch the water at the fountain in Forest Park. Oh my gosh. Arch City now here. That's Pro Joe. I'm Vic Faust. Another positive story. We talked about it a few times, but then we told you we'd keep you updated on him. But Cody Trinkle, do you remember Cody Trinkle, 13-year-old boy? He was rescued from a ravine after several days without food, without water. Well, he went into a coma. Canine, I can't remember the canine's name. Daryl.
Yeah.
Canine Daryl was the only person, or the only living being. Damn, I'm going to call dogs humans. They're human. They're ours. They're our
close
kids.
enough.
To find him, he went in. He had serious injuries. Dehydrated, was in a coma. He came out of his coma.
Nice.
So he awakened from his coma. His mom, imagine this, as a mom, never left his sight. He fell down a ravine. He was on a skateboard somehow, some way, but he's making progress, which is the best part about this whole situation. He was on his way to his friend's house on a skateboard, suffered brain bleeding from the fall, severe head trauma, pneumonia, leg injury, infections from being, he was literally in the water as well.
So I'm sure there was a form, or at least a degree of hypothermia there for 80 hours in the water.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, I guess. I don't know if this happened when it was warmer weather. I guess maybe that could have
absolutely.
been that could have been a blessing for him, really.
Absolutely. I do. I 100% agree with that. Because if you can't imagine going through something like that. Number one, for him, he was knocked out pretty much the whole time. It's his parents and family. They're like, where did he go? Eventually, a skateboard was found, if you don't remember, near the road. And then that's when, but it was, we're told the ravine was 200 feet down. I mean, that is a big fall.
It's like falling from a tower. Close.
And the good thing is that he's all right. There is a GoFundMe account that was set up for Cody Trinkle. And if you want to help with that, you can go look that up for his recovery from the hospital bills and being there for so long. But at least there's a positive to note from the standpoint that Cody has come out of that coma. But they do say it's the recovery, and I don't know what kind of recovery, but they say the recovery is going to take some time. So they're not trying to rush anything, not trying to push this on the kid, but my God, at least his heart is beating and mom is there. Dad is there. They got the family to make sure that everything is as good as it can possibly be. Wow. And we got to give a big old shout out to Canine Daryl, because Daryl made his way down there. Beautiful dog. And that's where dogs can help. Dogs can be a huge, huge, huge saving factor when these situations come up. So it's like, okay, all right, thank you. We'll take care of that. By the way, if you needed the spelling, somebody asked me about that for Cody. Obviously, Cody, C-O-D-Y. The last name Trinkle is T-R-E-N-K-L-E. T-R-E-N-K-L-E, Trinkle. And that happened on July 30th. And then they found him the first few days of August. And then here we are, August 12th right now, from when he came back up and started doing things a little bit better. So more positive news to kind of kickstart a show, get us out of the gate, trying to enjoy things a little bit more so than what we got. Also, a survey from Cooking with Nick came out. Things to do in St. Louis. I think we all know this already. I mean, most people who live here know what we do. They tried to, we are who we are. I mean, it's not like it's expanding in any way really right now. But it says, while tourists take photos under the Gateway Arch and eat at chain restaurants downtown, St. Louis locals have quietly built a parallel city that visitors never see. And then they just built through talking about what you need to do here. In St. Louis, you eat at neighborhood Italian restaurants and family joints, not downtown tourist places. Yeah,
Sure.
okay, that makes sense. I got that. Also on the list, live in district neighborhoods throughout the city and county. Yeah, or counties, because we have different counties that make up the list.
Well, yeah, usually when you live in St. Louis or live in the area, you're living in if you're a tourist, you're not living in a suburb.
Shop at Schnucks and local markets, not Arch souvenir stands. Well, yeah, I get that. Okay. All right. Drink at neighborhood taverns, not Anheuser-Busch tourist experiences. Yeah, of course. We're big, of course, healthcare, aerospace, financial services. I know lots of people in all three industries. I do. And it makes sense that St. Louis does that. Follow Cardinals baseball as religious practice.
Yeah.
And except this year.
Right.
There are 2 games over 500 and 3 games out of the final wild card spot, but nobody's at the games. My son last night, he'll be a senior in high school, goes, wow, look at all the people in the stands. I looked up, I'm like, because they were eating. I was like, what? He's like, no, Dad. I was like, they went the Cubs 2 out of 3 games. I thought maybe people are going back down. Nope. Not on a Monday night when it was just 90 degrees. Hell no, we're not doing that. We'll continue the list when we come back. Maybe, let me see here, because I know we're going to have to get to a break. Navigate complex city, county geography and politics. Eat gooey butter cake and Ted Trues. Support local music venues, art organizations. Engage with the racial geography and social justice. Use MetroLink and navigate regional transportation. Not really.
This is what local people are supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Participate in neighborhood festivals and community events. Yes. Support local businesses. The verdict, live like you actually live here when it comes to St. Louis. That's what. Okay.
Sounds like wishful thinking.
Somebody's trying to create some content.
Yeah.
We are all now dumber for what Vic just told us this morning. I apologize to you. You will never get that 2 minutes back of your life. At least Projo's laughing. My God, help us today. It's Tuesday, August 12th, 6:29. This is Art City Now. We just try to have some fun with you. Still to come. Well, we can talk more about the Cardinals as well, but thought this was fairly interesting too. We got pickleball's kind of big. 2 guys out of the St. Charles area won a national championship. They won the gold medal, pickleball. Really big deal. We'll talk about that.
Wonder if Kelly knows him.
The fastest growing cities in the United States. Thought that's another very interesting deal as well. So we can get into that. And another story about not putting your kids' information on social media. Kids. Stories coming out. Baldwin Police talking about that. This is Arch City Now. That's Projo and Vic Faust. We are your Lou information station, live and on demand at louinfo.com.
In your city with Kelly and Gordon. It's the hottest happy hour in STL radio. A high-energy, high-impact weekday radio show blending relationship values, celebrity buzz, community love, and sharp business insight. This is where storytelling meets strategy. It's the pulse of this city, bringing the energy, stories, and voices of STL to life. In your city with Kelly and Gordon. Weekday afternoons at 4, only on the Lou Information Station.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City. 314-344-4400.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown & Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. 2 Kansas City men appeared in federal court to be sentenced for a 2022 armed carjacking in St. Louis County. Kewan Calhoun and Reginald Hudson pleaded guilty in April to stealing a Ford Fusion at gunpoint from a woman on January 12, 2022. It happened at her apartment complex on Marbella Drive in North St. Louis County. Hudson was sentenced to 125 months in federal prison. Calhoun to 144 months. Both will have to pay restitution. A Warren County woman is accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from the McDonald's restaurant where she worked. Wright City police were contacted by the owner on August 5th with suspicions that Heather Brand had stolen cash. She'll be in court on September 19th. A new pet store is moving into the space next to the Rail Apartments on McCree Street. The Pet Emporium will replace Bar K. Wallet Hub recently published a study that places Missouri among the worst states to have a baby for birthing costs, healthcare rankings, and family friendliness. Missouri 36th. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. A shower or thunderstorm could pop up today. We have a low-pressure system and stationary front off to our north and west. We will get some sunshine, pretty hot today. We're headed for the low 90s. Overnight shower possible, partly cloudy, and we're in the low 70s, and then sunny in the morning on Wednesday. An afternoon shower or thunderstorm possible, upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklasz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice-cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
A legendary weekend is coming to the Lou. Don't miss the Stiefel Charity Classic presented by Compliance Solutions, September 4th through 7th at Norwood Hills Country Club. Watch PGA Tour champions compete And enjoy a live performance by music sensation OAR at Friday's community concert presented by CarShield. Tickets start at just $20. Kids, military, veterans, and first responders get in free. Get your tickets today at StiefelCharityClassic.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Happy Tuesday. 6:35 is the time. It is August 12th and the sun is rising on this summer St. Louis morning. We'd love to talk to you and watch the sunset from our studios in the Chesterfield Valley via the Kirkwood studios on KLIS, louinfo.com. Once again, louinfo.com. If you guys ever want to jump in and join us on the show and talk with us, you can do that not only from a phone standpoint, 855-282-8255. That's 855-282-8255. But also you can do that on social media, X, Facebook, and YouTube. We stream live from. It's Arch City Now. Once again, Arch City Now. I'm glad you guys are with us today. Donna says, my street and surrounding streets are being milled and paved again. The noise is driving me crazy. Any suggestions for how to deal with the noise? The house was shaking. My cat was terrified, hiding all day. I don't know. Any advice if the streets are being milled and paved again?
Take your cat to a park.
Yeah, you'd have to get out of the house if you can do that. That's the only way. It's the only way to leave.
Yeah, that or what is that, noise canceling headphones?
On our cat?
And that's not going to help the cat, no. Might help her.
Yeah, might help her. Yeah, and in the break, we were laughing and joking about funny stuff, 5G.
Yeah, funny.
Pro Joe goes, yeah, real funny, Vic. Oh, no, we say funny for broadcast purposes. Yeah. The Batman movie.
Yeah, 2008.
The Dark Knight in 2008. Batman utilizes a sonar-like technology that allows him to tap into the cell phones of Gotham's citizens, essentially turning them into high-frequency transmitters and receivers. This, therefore, creates a comprehensive map of the city and its interiors, including buildings and apartments, allowing him to track the Joker's movements.
So if that gives you a little insight on 5G.
It's bat sonar lenses.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
Oh, so that's 5G.
That is 5G.
Because I don't understand 5G. I hear the commercials and I talk, we'll talk about it. Then Pro Joe's like, I've got information on 5G throughout the city of St. Louis.
But we all have 5G phones.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Back in 2008, we didn't.
So you're saying it was predicted? Hollywood does with a lot of things.
Look at 2001 Space Odyssey. That book was written in what, the 30s or the 40s? And then the movie was made before we even went to the moon. And it was very realistic. And there was a lot of things in that movie that became science fact. It went from science fiction to science fact. So here we are. Batman the movie, 2008. Science fiction, science fact.
Okay. I love it. Thank you, Pro Joe. Good stuff, my friend. We are Arch City Now. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. We always try to help and love you guys when you jump in and let us know. We're just trying to help communities and people and do everything that we possibly can. But sometimes there's just some weird stuff too. There was a body floating in the Mississippi River yesterday morning.
Was that the one they found between the barges?
I didn't hear about the barges, but it was found near I-270. Kind of as you're going in from Illinois into kind of North County. I guess that's
I think it's the same one.
Spanish Lake area.
Yeah, they apparently found the body in between two barges. I wouldn't imagine it would have been a separate body.
As sorry and sick as those stories sound, you don't usually find bodies floating, do you? Are they floating?
I think after a while they
float. They come
Yeah.
back up.
Yeah.
But they said this could be linked to a case from June. And then I'm like, what? June? And I'm like, do bodies just kind of stay in the same area? I don't know. We'll see. Donna says, starts at 8 a.m. My car broke down a month ago, so I can't escape. Oh. Oh. Don, I'm sorry to hear that. I pray from that standpoint. I don't know. Drugs. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Anything to help.
Projo can help you and
Yeah.
your kitty cat.
Some
out.
gummies.
Oh, man. Greg, appreciate you guys. Love it. This is the people's platform for you guys. Yes, stuck in driftwood between two barges down by the Chain of Rocks Bridge. That's why it didn't go anywhere else. It was stuck.
Sad.
It was stuck. That is sad. Damn, that is sad. Yeah. So that is what it is. Baldwin Police, and this is an interesting subject I've always wondered about too. Yes, sleeps with the fishes from The Godfather. Yeah.
It's kind of morbid.
That is morbid. That's what I went.
Way to go, Donna.
Kids are heading back to school. Curious how you guys feel about this subject. Baldwin Police are trying to remind people that photos of minors with personal details such as full name, school name, teacher's name, extracurricular activities pose risk for kids. I mean, I think a lot of people don't. I used to post pictures of my kids, but I didn't like give specifics. Now my youngest is going to be a senior in high school, so it's like they don't care. But they say that predators can get a hold of information and make them known where your children are. Of course, they can know. They can approach your. Seems like it's more about smaller kids.
Yeah.
To approach your children with hobbies and interests that they may like. They also said that parents should engage in conversations with their kids as well.
You know what really bugs me about this is me being on the social media single sites. Women put their kids on a single site, pictures of them and their kids.
What, really?
Yeah, I find that in poor taste.
Hell yes, I agree. I didn't know that was going on.
Yeah. I mean, the point behind it is my kids come first, which I understand. But you're plastering them on the internet.
That's a whole nother subject you just brought up.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a man and you're dating a woman and she has kids, just know you're going to be number two. You should be number two.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just how it is.
But I'm just saying that's their point of posting their kids online, which makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah. But you see that? There are women that will do that.
Oh,
Wait
yeah.
a minute, on the dating
Way
sites?
more often than you would think. Yes.
Wow.
They're posting their kids like they're their pets. Just saying.
So the intent is positive.
I would imagine so. Yeah. I mean, they're not putting them out there, because they wish harm on their kids or anything. However, they don't realize that plastering your kids all over the internet, that's where predators, people who human traffic, go to find
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The police in Baldwin say if parents do choose to post photos about their child's first day of school, which is coming up, next week, that they make one for your friends and family to share picture-wise, not social media-wise with their information. They're literally saying this.
Yeah.
It sounds like don't share it on social media. Is that what they're saying? Because I'll see it's a time of year people are trying to do that. Once again, make a picture for your friends and family to share. A picture-wise, not social media-wise, with their information. You don't want their information out there.
Yeah, you don't want their information.
Maybe
out
there's
there
a
at all.
picture that can be shared, but
and
then
AI,
make another poster with more of a condensed version for their information so that people can't get a hold of it.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say with AI, people can take that image and use it to manipulate other people as well.
What do you mean manipulate?
Well, they could make an AI, person that would contact a family member or whatever that looks and sounds like that kid and, could lure somebody else out.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
with
no
AI,
thinking.
there's a lot of tricks that they're pulling. There's a cartel. There was a story of the cartel lured a kid all the way down to the border, and the border agents actually were able to retrieve the kid. So the cartels are using AI to lure kids out of the house.
Donna says that's a no-no. I would never do that, posting my kids' first day of pictures. And it's coming next week. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It is coming. Yeah. And you just have to let the kids know, talk to the kids about these kinds of things that happen. But I do see it. And he's like, oh, here's police telling you already, don't, or just be careful about social media, about posting. Don't know if anybody else has dealt with some of these situations yet. You know, how you handle that, what you say to your kids when it comes to social media. And, you know, it's when it comes to St. Louis, we're kind of a big, small city. We know that already. You know, so it's like, okay, just be careful. Be smart about it, I guess. Don't be putting tons of things out there that don't make sense. I guess that makes sense from there. So if anybody has any comments, any ideas from that standpoint, you can let us know that as well. You just never know what you're going to find in St. Louis. That's for sure. Case in point, video of people on the roof of a vacant St. Louis hotel. This is, I was like, whoa, what? The Millennium Hotel in downtown St. Louis, it's been closed for more than a decade. More than a decade. There's been at least 4 dozen calls to the hotel in the past year. 4 dozen. And then a St. Louis resident couldn't believe his eyes last weekend. He was having dinner nearby. People sitting, and he saw people sitting on top of the vacant Millennium Hotel. Yeah, I don't know how that's happening, but it is. So he says, I happened to look over at the hotel, and we're showing the video, right, Projo?
Mm-hmm.
He says, I happened to look over at the hotel, and I saw these 3 guys like a triangle. At first, I thought my eyes were seeing something. I had a few drinks. Been there, done that. Then I started to see them move around. One went left, one went right, and the other stayed on top. And then he's like, wait a second, what the heck is going on? So he continued to just see them up there. So he posted on social media. Of course, it's gotten thousands of views. It's going viral. Then Fox 2 cameras also spotted police outside the property Monday morning after another call for service. I mean, you're talking, oh my gosh, there's 3 burglar in the building calls, 3 destruction of property calls, 15 suspicious person calls, 1 prowler call. What's a prowler call?
I guess somebody just kind of lurking around.
Like, what? I got a prowler down here. Authorities told local news that they've had several conversations with the property's representatives about securing the building, and those talks are ongoing. Apparently, it's not happening. Now, the Gateway Arch Park Foundation purchased the Millennium, if you remember that, with plans of demo, and they said that they're going to do that. But they said the Millennium Hotel is privately owned and trespassing anywhere on the property is prohibited, and that's to ensure safety of the public and the property. So they say that access points are sealed and security measures are in place to prevent unauthorized entry. But somehow, some way, they're getting in there. Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah. Wasn't that the
people hanging out on top of the Millennium?
Yeah. Wasn't that the building that had the restaurant at the top that spun around? Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah. I wish they'd bring that back. I never got to. I always wanted to go to that restaurant. I never was able to.
I went once. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was a really cool thing.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like, oh,
right.
Yeah. Was it the Clarion at one point in time?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Ryan just said that.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. It was a Clarion. Yeah, famous last words. Y'all watch this. Hold my beer. I just can't believe people are walking up there. I mean, it's just a disaster waiting to happen. And you don't know the condition of people who are up there walking around too at the first, if you're breaking into a building and doing stuff in there, you're not thinking right. That's for sure. Greg says, I just went down a rabbit hole with talking about school. Went from school Labor Day, fall, daylight saving time. This might be the last time we use daylight saving time. That is correct. That could be. That's what we're starting to hear from Washington as well, that it could be the last time that happens, that we're ever doing. I could care less about daylight saving time. I don't know about you guys. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not like, it's not moving me in any form or fashion right now.
It seems like it was important at one time. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done it, right?
Well, they did it for farmers. It was brought for farmers when that whole situation went down. Listen, I love Missouri. I love St. Louis. I'm from here, raised here. And real quick, though, by the way, some breaking news. If you guys, are driving down, depending upon where you are, you may need to find another route. A crash, and it's a nightmare there, shut down a part of I-270 right near 64 this morning. So the two left lanes are closed along with the left shoulder. So the two other lanes were open. That came down a short time ago. So that's going to cause a massive backup in the St. Louis area, because anytime an accident happens right near 270 and 64, that can mess up that could mess up a Tuesday morning.
It's like the heart of the area.
That in addition to traffic that might be in the area.
Mhm.
Yeah. So just want to make sure that we got that note out there for you. I was talking about Missouri. Well, polling and, the studies being done. Where's my polling at? Just had it right here. What happened to it? Okay. I can't find it now. You've got to be kidding me.
You and that laptop.
I had a good, well, it's not a great story, but
Right.
a good story, and I just lost it. What great radio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was literally just there and it took off. The story, and now I can't do it. So what we'll do is move on to 10 cities that are gaining new residents fast. It's not St. Louis, but I thought this list was interesting because you start thinking about friends and family and places we visited and places we go from St. Louis. Number one on the list, and I really like this place. I've been there a couple times. Raleigh, North Carolina. The Southeast, what a great place. It really is. I mean, it's not scorching any more than here. You don't have the horrible winters. You can do, it's just Raleigh is pulling in new residents with booming technology and healthcare sectors. They say the cost of living is still decent with plenty of green space. So Raleigh's there. Boise, Idaho. I heard Boise's beautiful. Flies under the radar, they say. That so maybe a slower pace outdoor lifestyle. Still relatively affordable in Boise, of all places. Tampa, Florida. I like Tampa.
Actually, I've been thinking about, Sarasota, but that's real close. I've been thinking about relocating.
It's growing fast. Good job market. Also, Austin, Texas. They've been growing for many, many years.
I can tell you why.
Let me guess. I already know. The Comedy Club.
Yep, it's the comedy capital. Everybody that was in LA moved to Austin.
Music. It was a country music place too,
Yeah,
live outdoor.
it was.
Not like Nashville.
Right. But yeah, they everybody that was in California or LA moved to Austin now because LA became, uninhabitable.
I'd say the tech scene's still booming, so is population. Prices have jumped in years, but it's still you can still work it. Culture, music, job growth. Here's a place that I visited recently. This last summer drove through. Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville offer all these places are they kind of newer cities, newer towns, many of them newer when it comes to the age of our country, offer a surprising mix of affordability and opportunity. Walkable downtown, growing manufacturer, tech sectors. Very interesting. This one surprised me. Phoenix, Arizona. I didn't think a lot of people would want to go to Phoenix, Arizona because of the freaking oppressive heat.
Yeah.
And in the summers, yes, I know it's not humid, but that sun will bake you. Becoming a go-to for people leaving California, another high cost state. So that makes sense. Steady job market, housing market's decent. Summers are brutal, they say. Yeah.
That's for all the people who don't make it to Austin.
Yeah. Nashville, Tennessee, not surprising there. Nashville's got a great reputation, but I also hear about crime in Nashville too.
Yeah.
That's been going up. Salt Lake City, Utah.
I've been there.
Another one that gets the outdoor adventure, growing job market, clean, safe, diverse, family friendly, tech, finance, healthcare is big there.
The only thing Utah's good for is skiing.
And when you got that as well. And then what part of Florida were you talking about again?
Tampa, Sarasota.
Sarasota's on the list too.
Yeah, that's a beautiful area.
Sarasota is there. And then also, this one surprised me a little bit just because I don't know that much about it, but Huntsville, Alabama. Another town on the rise where people are going to. In Huntsville, if people are traveling around, they've got aerospace and defense industries there. Still low cost, excellent schools, strong employment. So that's why they make the list when it comes to some of the best places to go. So people just aren't moving for better weather. They're also looking for a better deal. That's where the polling was. And I thought they did a good job with Wallet Hub when they were talking about breaking down the whole situation about where to go, what to do, fastest cities, trends. If there's any other cities that people would put on the list, or if they've been to any of those places, that would be cool to know as well. Donna says, Vic, you're so right. The Southeast is great. You can see that. Also, Ryan says, not a city, but I hear a lot of people are moving to the state of Wyoming just for the tranquility and the fact that there aren't many people there. Yeah.
Isn't that the state with the lowest population?
I don't know. From the chat, Sarasota's one of my sister's favorite places. Yep, she sends me pics. Yeah. Wyoming, another interesting place, just different. You know, so you get some Northwest love up there. Salt Lake City, Boise, Montana, or Wyoming. Ryan says, guys, when I lived in Tampa, and I'm not sure what year that was, when I lived in Tampa, the shopping mall in the neighboring Brandon, Florida was a great place to see some of the most gorgeous women you've ever seen in your life. Thank you, Ryan. Giving a shout out for Brandon, Florida Mall.
And I did look it up. The state of Wyoming is the lowest population with 576,000 people in the entire state.
So if you don't like people,
right.
And there's a lot of people who don't like people, Wyoming might be a place for you. Or if you're in the St. Louis area looking for a place to travel, you can do that as well. Checking that out. All right, we got to take a quick break. This is Arch City Now. That was Projo. I'm Vic Faust. Back with more as we continue on with our show this morning, all things St. Louis. This is your Lou Information Station, live and on demand. We'll be back in just a second.
Special moments. At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
It's stronger than grandmother's breath.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Monday, it's Liberation Day. Trump's activating the National Guard to help local law enforcement as part of his effort, and added he will send in the military if needed. Trump says Ukraine's leaders will not take part in his summit with Russia's Vladimir Putin.
Trump says he's unsure where Putin stands.
I believe he wants to get it over with. Now, I've said that a few times, and I've been disappointed because I'd have like a great call with him, and then missiles would be lobbed into Kiev or some other place.
Trump says he's going to call Ukrainian President Zelensky and other European leaders after he talks with Putin and possibly set up a meeting with Ukraine's leader. Trump says he doesn't anticipate a deal to end the Ukraine-Russia war after meeting Putin, but then he added he'll either tell both sides there's going to be a deal or they can keep fighting. Trump called his sit-down with Putin a feel-out meeting. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Florida's governor has called for a new congressional map to be drawn for South Florida.
Governor Ron DeSantis says there are defects in the current map and many districts are malapportioned due to recent explosive population growth in Florida.
I think that there's problems with our current congressional map in terms of violating the Constitution with racial gerrymandering that has to be addressed, not in North Florida, which we did address, but in Southern Florida.
DeSantis says he also agrees with President Trump that another census is necessary to exclude illegal migrants. He says based on mistakes made in the 2020 census, Florida is owed at least one more congressional seat. Karen Curtis, Miami.
An investigation's launched after 2 people were killed in an explosion at a steel factory near Pittsburgh. At least 10 people were injured in Monday morning's blast at the Clairton Coke Works. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard joining MediShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. You can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-SHARE-40. 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 855-SHARE-40.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel. A delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here. And when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right. Free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198. Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Good morning to you on a Tuesday. The sun is now shining. The sun has risen on what we certainly hope is a beautiful, gorgeous, and worthwhile day. August 12th, dog days of summer here in August in St. Louis. We are Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust. Pro Joe alongside. We're here Monday through Friday, of course, 6 to 8 a.m. Love it when you guys like, subscribe, share the show, let people know what we're doing. You can also listen to us on 590. But you find us on Facebook, X, and YouTube. That's where we're streaming live every day, those three places, Facebook, X, and YouTube. And you can also call in 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We are luinfo.com. That's where you can find out more about all the programming that we have throughout the day. And that includes Hot Take Central 2.0. That's with Cam Jansen and Jim the Cat Hayes. Once again, that's Hot Take Central 2.0 here Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. We kind of get you up and running throughout the day here. Not try to be too crazy, get everything rocking and rolling. We go from there. Also, as you're out on the roads this morning, there was an accident a short time ago over like 64 to 70. You can see traffic's a little bit slower in that area right now, giving you a live pick there. The thing is, when you're traveling there, you've got, what is that? Look at all the cars that are backed. I mean, look at that. That is one, two. You know what that was?
7.
I'm showing you this picture because you know how it is in St. Louis. You're driving 270 or any highway. The sun starts to pop up and you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't see things. We saw at least 6, 7 cars all ran into the back of each other. They're all underneath the car in front of them.
Yep.
I mean, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. Well, that looked like that happened some time ago, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're just now getting the tow trucks out.
Oh, man, what a disaster, though. So maybe not all that long ago, but you can see traffic slowly getting by at that point for people moving through. You got the turn lane there. That's on 270 right near 64. Yeah, what a disaster on a Saturday morning. Not exactly what you want to be looking at. You see the traffic backed all the way up. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Fox is showing us right there. This is what traffic looks like
in St. Louis.
Yeah, not so fun. So anyway, just trying to help you guys all throughout the area. What's going on? You're like, damn, I'm going to be late to work. Normally that's like a Monday morning thing, right?
Yeah.
Not a Tuesday morning thing. From the chat line, Donna says you guys were talking about states. One of the least populated states, Wyoming. Yeah, that's great. If you like freezing in the winter.
Yeah.
I liked Michigan when I lived there, except, 5 months of the year, it was just uninhabitable to me.
I lived in Salt Lake City, Utah for like a month or so. And in the wintertime, and that will cut right through you. It's so cold.
Interesting. Also, Greg says, my buddy John wants us to move down to Tampa near him and his wife, but my wife won't because of the hurricanes. Yep, 2 hit in the last 3 years, both flooded inches from the door of his house. Plus, anybody that owns property in Florida knows it's almost impossible. It's so difficult to insure those homes now. Insurance has gone sky high. Why do you think there's so many properties that are wide open in Florida?
I'm going to get me a houseboat. Doesn't matter.
You're just going to ride the wave. Ride the wave and ride the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Ride the wind. That was a Poison song back in the day. Check it out. Look it up. You'll see it. I was into my hair bands. Come on, dude. You should know me from there. Art City now. We talk about headlines, get you up and running. Anything you guys want to do, trying to focus on St. Louis. Cardinals got another win last night. They're playing the worst team in the league, the Colorado Rockies. They should sweep them. The Rockies took 2 of 3 from the Cardinals a few weeks ago in Colorado, so it's time for payback. Cardinals won 3-2 last night. It was really good to get a come from behind win, too. Brendan Donovan had a pinch hit double, which put the Birds on top for good. And Miles Michaelis, one of his best outings of the year in quite some time. No hitter into the 6th inning. Don't want to take away from him. It was great. He was playing Colorado. They're not a great team, but it was still good to see him show some of the real positives that he does have in his arsenal when he's pitching as well as he can. You need that going down the stretch. Cardinals are 3 games out of the final wild card spot right now, chasing 2 teams for that, including Cincinnati in their division. Cardinals are now 2 games above 500 and, playing some better baseball. 2 more with the Rockies. You win those 2, things could certainly be looking a whole lot better. Also, when you talk to sports and entertainment, the infotainment world, when it comes to the UFC and Paramount, big story happening when it comes to UFC and Paramount. Paramount is now going to be, they're going to be the channel. They're going to be the broadcasting hub for all UFC events. The UFC and Paramount have now combined together to bring in this new network. So all UFC fights will be going there. And so you've got Paramount, you've got UFC, and the deal is massive because when you think about the amount of money, what's happening, it's insane from where UFC has gone. So Paramount has acquired the UFC rights. It's a 7-year deal with a group called TKO Group, if you know who they are. So they're going to have a 7-year agreement. And what will happen is they'll distribute UFC's full slate of its 13 marquee numbered events and 30 fight nights on its platform, Paramount Plus. And there'll be some events that are going to be simulcasted on CBS. It's kind of going even more mainstream, and that's going to start next year in 2026. So that'll be huge, huge, huge deal. In an interview with CBS Sports, Dana White said that his company is talking with the Trump administration about hosting a fight at the White House.
Trump versus Biden?
Trump and Dana White, who are good friends. And we talked about this a little bit earlier in the show. When Dana White couldn't get a group and didn't have any money to host the UFC fights, Donald Trump offered. He asked Donald Trump, and Donald Trump said, sure. And he didn't really charge him. He's like, try to give him a start, give him a hand up. And the next thing you know, Dana White, Joe Rogan, the UFC have all become some of the biggest icons from a business standpoint in the world. I mean, Dana White has become an amazing owner. The UFC has become super popular. Joe Rogan helped kickstart everything that he had going on. Joe's trying to tell me Joe Rogan's actually funny as a comedian. I'm not buying it.
You have to look up some of his old stand-up.
I like his podcast, and it's good, but I don't get comedian like doing stand-up.
He's done several specials.
Super talented guy, man. He's super talented.
His last special was a couple of years ago,
and you liked it. I trust you with comedy.
You got to check him out. Don't knock him until you try.
No, I'm not knocking him. It's just I don't know. We'll see. But can you imagine a UFC fight at the White House? That is awesome.
It really sounds like Idiocracy, though, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen the movie Idiocracy, it is very, very scary at this point.
Yeah, next July they could have a fight there. But anyway, Paramount, in conjunction now with the UFC, and there's a lot of UFC fans throughout the St. Louis area, men and women, and it's taken away the whole pay-per-view model now. So Paramount, you can, it's like there's a $7.99 package a month and a $12.99 package a month for people who are interested. They're just trying to, like a lot of companies, drive engagement, subscriber growth, get a long-term loyalty base built up with fans. And that's a big, big deal. Big money coming down the pipeline with that whole situation. UFC, I still can't get past. I'm still trying to think about the whole situation. UFC July 4th at the White House. Yeah. Okay. All right. We see it. Another story that we were making sure that people knew about was first day of school coming up next week throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. Baldwin police are warning parents, be careful about what you're posting with information. I mean, basically what they're saying in a nutshell, it's all right to post, but you don't have a bunch of information on there so that people can take that. You don't want personal details like full name, school name, teacher's name, extracurriculars, any of those things, because you'll see some people post with boards like chalk and it's like, hey, this is what we're doing. And there are people out there who are just trying to target you for a variety of reasons, predators all over the place. And Baldwin's just trying to take a proactive approach with parents. Maybe they say have a separate post if you're putting information up for...
Yeah, a separate account just for families.
Yeah, just for families.
Or just for your family. That way no strangers or whatever are stalking your kids.
Yeah. Those... So you just want to be careful about it. I mean, and I guess... And it just depends on the person. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I saw. That's what
Hold
I was
on.
snickering at.
Well, I was reading news headlines. You guys were lighting up the chat line, and I love it. And by the way, we stream on X, Facebook, and YouTube, and you can also join the chat line there. We love it when you do. Arch City Now. Once again, Arch City Now on Facebook, YouTube, and X. I was talking about the fight night, UFC, White House. They're going to be on Paramount now. Huge new deal. Robert says, how about Zelensky versus Putin? That would be the pay-per-view event of all of our lifetime. Could you imagine Putin and Zelensky in a UFC match live from the White House?
I'm sorry. Putin would smear him. He's a little weasel, but I mean,
KGB.
just if we're talking physicality.
That would be okay. That's funny. That's good. That's good there, Robert. I know you're chuckling at home like I am. Ryan says TKO Sports, by the way, owns both UFC and WWE, and they're expanding their reach. Damn, I would say so. They just got WWE on ESPN in 2026. Who would have ever thought from Wrestling at the Chase? I was at a WWE event this last February in St. Louis when they came to town. Megan and her son. Had a good time down there. Would it be called the West Ring? That's good, Greg. Bump. Tanya Mooney goes, no politics.
It's not politics if we're
no politics. No, we don't talk politics.
Fictional fun out of it.
No, that would be funny though, to see them go at it. UFC Fight Night from the White House, July 4th. Yeah, who would you want to see do that? Hey, Donna said she did try to call, but the phone didn't even ring. What? She tried 3 different days? People can't get into us?
That's news to me.
All right, we'll have to check. Maybe check after the show. Woo!
Oh, before we began on Facebook.
Oh, I got you. I like it.
Sorry, wrong drop.
No, that was it. That was Here, we're going to let Joe play his drop because he wants to play the drop.
Hey, that's a good one.
Not quite.
No, wait. I'm not finished holding my sides.
What are you talking?
It was supposed to be woo.
I know what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be our boy Ric Flair. It is Tuesday morning. It is 7:19, and we got a woo.
Oh, God.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. We don't need them. There it is. A woo.
There's the little one.
That's a little one. Woo. Woo. That's when the throat feels good. Woo. That's when the throat is sore. Art City now. I'm Vic Faust. Yeah. We have some stupid fun every now and then, too. It is Tuesday, August 12th. Getting you up and at it throughout the St. Louis area. What's happening? 7:19 is our time. Check in. Let us know those things that you see. You name it. We'll talk about it. Any shout outs you want to give, we do that as well. Just bringing attention to the St. Louis metropolitan area. Positive note as well, Cody Trinkle. He was the 13-year-old boy who fell down the ravine in St. Francis County back, I believe it was July 30th. He was on his way to a friend's house on a skateboard. Something happened. Had a crash, fell down a ravine 200 feet. They couldn't find him for 4 days. Canine Daryl came to the rescue. They eventually found him. He's been in a coma. Well, he finally came awake from his coma and is making slow progress and headed in the right direction. Not sure how long it's going to take for his recovery, but you're talking about brain bleeding, severe head trauma, pneumonia, significant leg injury, other infections from being in a portion of water for 4 days with the elements, no food, no water. A GoFundMe page has been created. You can learn more about that. Cody Trinkle, that's Trenkle, Cody Trinkle. You can look that up. His mom been by his bedside the entire time. Can you imagine how sad and stressful of a situation that is and could be, sitting there waiting to do all of that? My gosh. Certainly wish thoughts and prayers for recovery for 13-year-old Cody Trinkle to heal as quickly as he possibly can, because that is a bad deal all the way around from that standpoint. And accidents happen. Those things can happen. If you didn't see it earlier, I wanted to show you as well. My gosh. The sewer system in St. Louis, we've been getting hit with some downpours. And Sunday, when that rain came through, we had 4 inches of rain in about 2 hours. That's a month worth of rain in 2 hours. And it blew, it was crazy video. It blew the manhole. That's not by the IKEA store. I mean, blew that thing up. Look at it blowing it. I mean, I don't know, 20, 30 feet. It looks as high as the IKEA store. I don't know, from the view that we have.
Yeah, from the angle, I would say that probably went at least halfway up the IKEA store in reality.
Yeah. I'm being asked to do the Randy Macho Man. We'll do that. Oh, yeah, Arc City. That's enough. We'll do that later. Sometimes I like to do the impressions. Kudos to Canine Daryl as well. Coming from the chat line, taking care of doing Canine Daryl's. And we don't give enough credit to dogs. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Just a lot of credit to Canine Daryl for helping save that little boy. But that video of the water sludge sewer system in St. Louis, it's gross, but it just shows you what can happen. That pressure, the water pressure, all of a sudden floods, overwhelms the sewer system, and boom, you've got a manhole shooting 30 feet in the air like something out of a movie, where it looks like a car's run over a fire hydrant. And then what do you know? You have that situation that comes through.
Yeah, Donna, that's not mud. That's St. Louis sludge.
I think mud is cleaner.
Yeah.
Mud is dirt and water. That sludge is like everything mixed in as well. Not a very exciting thing to get involved in, that's for sure. But, they're rocking, they're rolling, they're doing everything they possibly can. I'm just curious, Pro Joe, is it my feed or is it the entire feed on social media that is locked up?
Locked up?
Yeah, it's probably just my social. It's probably
It's probably that laptop.
my wonderful laptop.
Yeah, you got a beautiful laptop.
We are Arch City now. We just try to keep everything focused. By the way, we're talking about dogs and Canine Daryl. The Bar K Park that has gone out of business, and I guess this makes sense, is now being taken over by Pup Emporium. So it makes sense. They're going to be taking over that. So that won't be sitting there idle anymore. That's a good thing. Also, making sure we're getting some of those headlines that are coming out. There we are. We're back in business there. I know it's not the greatest news in the world, but if you're trying to, I don't know, and who's trying to have a baby, but Missouri was just ranked as only the 36th best state to have a baby in. That's it. 36th. I was like, really? The 36th state? That's it for Missouri. So this is according to Wallet Hub. They evaluate factors such as birthing cost, healthcare, and baby friendliness. It's like, what the hell is baby friendliness?
Right.
So some of the specific rankings that came down for area, the state ranked 17th in birthing cost, not horrible. 46th in healthcare at the very bottom, while also being noted for having limited access to OBGYNs and midwives. Do people use midwives? Forgive me. I mean, I had 3 children of my own with my ex-wife, and our midwife, I mean, does anybody know a midwife?
I don't know of any, but I know that. Yeah,
They also say the best state to have a baby is Massachusetts, followed by North Dakota and Minnesota for those factors that we were just talking about. So it's like, okay, all right. And by the way, when it came to the quote factor of, and I thought this was very interesting, baby friendliness, Missouri got low grades, meaning it's not as friendly as other states. I was like, what? The show me state? Not friendly? Not getting good rankings when it came to being friendly. I was like, okay, all right, you guys say. You can say what you want there.
Yeah, I don't know what makes a state baby friendly.
I don't either, buddy. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. If you guys want to tell me what's up with that, you can, but it is what it is. Yesm from the chat line. Also, Greg says COVID babies are now going into kindergarten this year for whatever that's worth from that standpoint. I can't believe it. Yeah, we're already, we're 2025 now.
Yeah.
And we're 7 months in, almost 8.5, actually 7.5 months in. Damn. In a couple of weeks, we're 8 months in, done with the year, just a quarter of the year left. That's how fast. 2025 is one of the fastest years I can ever remember happening. It's gone that fast. My pity, Bubbles, alerted us to a fire danger once by not leaving us alone and coming to our rooms and not giving up until she woke us up. Saved our lives. Miss you so much, beloved Bubbles. Well, we know how amazing dogs are. That's for sure. Love our dogs. We'll take a quick break. We are Arch City now. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Love it when you guys are with us, jumping in on the chat line as well. Talking all things throughout the St. Louis area, plus entertainment stories that we localize from that standpoint. Projo's alongside as well. You can give us a call if you want to. The number is 855-282-8255, 855-282-8255. And of course, we love it when you jump in on the chat line on X, YouTube, and Facebook. We're Arch City now. We got to take a quick break. We'll come back, continue those stories, and just getting you going for what's going to be a great August 12th morning. I can feel it. It's a good day. We'll be back with more right after this.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. But don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo Chicken Pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown & Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown & Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown & Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. 2 Kansas City men appeared in federal court to be sentenced for 2022 armed carjacking in St. Louis County. Kewan Calhoun and Reginald Hudson pleaded guilty in April to stealing a Ford Fusion at gunpoint from a woman on January 12, 2022. It happened at her apartment complex on Marbella Drive in North St. Louis County. Hudson was sentenced to 125 months in federal prison. Calhoun to 144 months. Both will have to pay restitution. A Warren County woman is accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from the McDonald's restaurant where she worked. Wright City police were contacted by the owner on August 5th with suspicions that Heather Brand had stolen cash. She'll be in court on September 19th. The new pet store is moving into the space next to the Rail Apartments on McCree Street. The Pet Emporium will replace Bar K. Wallet Hub recently published a study that places Missouri among the worst states to have a baby for birthing costs, healthcare rankings, and family friendliness. Missouri 36th. Or the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. A shower or thunderstorm could pop up today. We have a low pressure system and stationary front off to our north and west. We will get some sunshine, pretty hot today. We're headed for the low 90s. Overnight shower possible, partly cloudy, and we're in the low 70s, and then sunny in the morning on Wednesday. An afternoon shower or thunderstorm possible, upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklasz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising. Or email partnerships at louinfo.com for more information. Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. It is Arch City Now. We are all St. Louis all the time here, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. I'm Vic Faust, Projo alongside as well, helping keep the show going along. You'll see him and hear him from time to time, as you know. Beautiful morning in St. Louis. The sun is shining right now. We're just trying to get you up and going this morning. Wherever your day may take you, 7:34 is the time. It is August 12th. School right around the corner next week, making sure that we're final weekend this weekend coming up before school. That's a fast summer. I'm convinced it was one of the fastest summers ever in the city of St. Louis.
Without a doubt.
Boom, gone, just like that. Love it when you guys jump in on the chat line. You can do that and talk with us, talk with others. You can do that at YouTube, X, and Facebook. That's where you stream live, Arch City Now. You can also learn more about our show, our network at louinfo.com. Once again, that is louinfo.com. And we've got a phone number where you can give us a call as well. Phone number is 855-282-8255. Once again, that is 855-282-8255. Cardinals got a win against the Rockies last night. They play again tonight, game 2 against Colorado, one of the worst teams in the league. Let's sweep them, please. Not a ton of people at the game last night, but the Cardinals did come from behind, got the win. Brendan Donovan off the bench, pinch hit double, put the Cardinals up 3-2. They sealed the deal. They're 3 games out of the final wild card spot, the third wild card spot. But they'd still have to jump 2 teams, including the Reds, who are currently in their division, to get that as well. Miles Michaelis pitched last night. He pitched extremely well. Went in 6th inning with a no-hitter. Glad to see that. Keep our hope. You never know. We'll see where this team is in the next month or so when it comes to getting some of the positive things done and moving St. Louis forward. Projo, did we have any more of the live video from the accident over there on, if you're traveling this morning out and about, there was an accident on 270 right near 64, and that was holding up some traffic. We show you live pictures of that every now and then.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's live. It's recorded live.
Joining you here in the Bomberito.
Yeah, I get it. So, it happens, but just that was I don't know. You may have some traffic there until they get the cars off the highway. So when we find out about those things, we just want to make sure that we get that news to you guys as fast as we possibly can. Weather today, about 90. Could be some scattered storms late in the day. Scattered storms, that is, late in the day. But all in all, another pretty good summer day in St. Louis. What's happening in your neck of the woods? What's going on with your day? If you have a shout out for people, businesses, charities, events coming up, let us know. That's what we do. We'll put that out there for you. Love talking with you from that standpoint. Did you find video, Projo, I guess? Oh, yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. By the way, Todd says, thanks. I'm in Peevely, headed back to Roxana. We'll cut up 255 instead of 270. There you go. We try to be a help. Thank you for letting us know, Todd, that it does work from that standpoint. Greg says, neighbor's a teacher at an elementary school. Teachers are already been back to work for at least a week. Yeah, that's true. Speaking of accidents, Greg's convinced something weird's going on. Seems like there's been more accidents in the last few weeks than normal. If that's the case, why? Is it true? Who knows? But those things are happening. Good morning to you, Cindy, as well as I see you chiming in on the chat line.
I heard it had something to do with 4 planets. Not just one, not 2, but 4 planets were in retrograde in that week.
Okay, so we've gone from 5G to 4 planets in retrograde.
Hey, man, with everything going on, do you doubt any of this stuff anymore? I mean,
I don't. It's crazy. There's the storms popping up, 4 inches of rain in 2 hours.
I mean, nothing is unbelievable anymore. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. I do. I get it. It's 2025 years. We heard 2 weeks, we're actually spinning faster. Is that why time's going faster?
By a fraction of a second, but we feel it, apparently.
By a fraction of a second, but we feel it. Here we go. Just try to have fun. keep things as light as we can while promoting St. Louis as best as we can as well. I don't know, Pro Joe. You tell me. If you saw this other crazy video, showed it in the first hour. There are people on top of the old Millennium Hotel downtown. I'm like, dude was eating dinner. He looks over and he sees people walking on the roof. Bad idea. They've had a ton of calls for disturbances, thieves, a prowler alert, break-ins, burglaries at the place. The Millennium Hotel, it's privately owned, and trespassing anywhere on the property is strictly prohibited. But apparently you have some people, and there's video, dude, just sitting up on the roof, relaxing, enjoying a sunny summer day from the top of the Millennium. Of course, Pro Joe talking about it used to be the Clarion there, and you'd see people just walking out. I just, that's bizarre to me. So bizarre. Very, very, very unsafe. Very unsafe. Okay, leave it to our wonderful chat line. I love you guys. First of all, Greg says it's crazy. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Robert says Second Advent. You'll have to teach me about this. September 27th, 2030, the Feast of Trumpets. This is Arch City now. We cover it all, baby. We have some fun here. Try to focus on St. Louis, and you never know where you're going to go from there. By the way, we like when you subscribe to our show, when you like it, when you let people know. You can take our reels and push those out and share those as well. That helps us. We are grateful when you guys do that as well. We also had the other story. We were talking about Missouri not being at least considered to be a good state to have a baby in, 36th when all factors are brought into play. What about one of your favorite cities away from St. Louis? If you could see yourself living somewhere, where would it be? If it's not St. Louis, Wallet Hub did a poll of where most people are gaining residence the fastest for a variety of reasons. And Raleigh, North Carolina is on that list. Raleigh's a great place. It really is. Boise, Idaho. Does that do anything for you? Going through that list again. Tampa, Florida. Austin, Texas. Greenville, South Carolina. I'm telling you, Projo, I could see myself in the Southeast. North Carolina, South Carolina.
I could see myself in the South, the deep Southeast.
Phoenix, Arizona shocked me. Absolutely shocked me with the heat. I mean, it's brutal. I like heat. Most people don't.
Yeah.
I'd rather do a summer there than a winter in Detroit where I lived.
I believe that.
All right. I'll take that. I'll do it every day of the week. Nashville, Tennessee, Salt Lake City, Utah. And one that surprised me a little bit, Huntsville, Alabama. They have a growing aerospace and defense industry there. Low cost of living, apparently excellent schools. Roll Tide, strong employment options, but it's becoming a standout in the South. Huntsville, Alabama, of all places. I don't know. Go figure.
Yeah, but you truly don't want the city that you want to be in to be on that list.
Because you don't want people to know about it?
Exactly.
You're being selfish again.
I am.
Stop being selfish. Sarasota, Florida. Sarasota, Florida was on the list as well, Projo.
Yeah, I know.
Call you out for your selfishness. Shame on you. Let everybody be happy or have a chance. Oh, here we go. What else is going on throughout the St. Louis area? You guys tell us. Keep us posted on, the things that are making news for you and getting around St. Louis. I thought this was funny too. I always promote. It's kind of it takes you back in time. STL Brick on Facebook. I like what they do. I saw this 2 days ago and I didn't get to it yesterday, but it was the flying carpet, Becky and the flying carpet commercials. Mm-hmm. STL Brick. Thank you for doing a blast from the past when it came to Becky and you're from St. Louis.
Yeah.
You're from St. Louis when you saw Becky flying on the carpet.
Becky and Wanda. Whatever happened to Wanda? Becky took it all over and was on that carpet by herself for a while.
I don't know. I have no idea, my friend. I can now just get back. Can you keep? Oh, hold on. I can't wait to see the picture again. Technology here. Oh yeah, you're from St. Louis if you've seen this commercial. Of course, I say Roll Tide, and Tony on the chat line jumps in with the same thing. Roll Tide. If you're going to live in Huntsville, Alabama, something tells me you're going to have to love Alabama. Auburn has a good team as well. They'll be much improved this season too. Greg says, by the way, remember when someone climbed the arch with suction cups, then parachuted off? I think I remember that from the 80s. I don't know.
I'm looking it up right now, and I'm not finding anything on it.
I mean, just think of the cajones. I'll just say that it would take to do that.
You'd have to have a lot of trust in those.
Oh man,
suction
I get chills just thinking about trying to do that, to suction cup, the concentration to go up. Obviously a thrill seeker. We all have those. What did you find, Projo?
It was September 14th, 1992. Somebody suction cupped up to the top and then parachuted off.
As that.
Yeah.
Did it say if they were arrested immediately or found? Because I don't remember that from 92. It was in September of 92. I just got into Mizzou. That's interesting. Very interesting to me. That somebody could suction cup the strength that would take.
Says it took him about 2.5 hours to go all the way up the north leg of the arch. He told MTV Sports. Apparently this was on MTV. He took videos and photos of himself.
Sports.
Yeah.
The Dan something. There was a dark-headed guy named Dan. I think he played football at NC State. I do remember MTV Sports. I may have sent a video there to work with him or something at one point in time. MTV Sports. Dan. Okay. So the guy made it. He survived. He was probably arrested.
It says that they went after him and 2 other people, I guess, were accomplices or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about an arrest, though.
Okay. He got away. No, they would have found him.
Well, I mean, if you're parachuting, you can get pretty far away on a parachute. Now, the other 2, I don't know about.
Greg, we appreciate you reminding us of that. Yeah. Man, in 92, that happened down at the arch. Could you imagine if somebody tried to do that now? I mean, that you'd go viral. All kinds of things would happen. Just like, I don't know. That's some really wild stuff there. That's for sure.
I actually got video of it if you'd like.
You got video of what?
The guy parachuting off. It's actually his video, I think.
Oh, if you found the video, play that bad boy here. We are City Now, Projo. That's who's talking. Getting us the video from 1992, September. When a guy, look at the old KTVI Channel 4. Look how old that looks. Beta video right there.
Yeah.
There he goes. Carroll made this videotape in mid-September thinking he was doing a newfound friend a favor. Yeah, looking good. The jumper, John Vincent of New Orleans, came to town, met Carroll, and asked if he would videotape him jumping from a building. He never told Carroll it would be the Gateway Arch, not until they got here. Then he says Vincent assured him that in the fatal parachuting here in 1980, none of the photographers were charged. Carroll was not that lucky. He was charged along with still photographer Bob Wenzel, but Wenzel took a plea bargain, agreeing to testify against Carroll.
We're clear. We're clear. Come on, man. The cops right behind us.
The old news for those on the radio, checking it out. That is really, really, really funny. From 1992, this guy. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I'm still trying to imagine the physicality of climbing the arch with suction cups.
The cojones, man.
Wow. That is impressive. Love seeing the reporters and the mics from 92. Look at that's an awesome mullet right there.
Yeah. Look at that look on his face. Paused it at the right time.
Johnny, if people are watching the show, dude, keep it right. Okay, he looks like Johnny Knoxville.
He kind of looks like the Joker too. Yeah,
And
Johnny Knoxville, or Johnny Knoxville.
He
or
reminds Steve-O. Yeah, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Steve-O's what I. Oh wow, that is good stuff, man. Love it. Going back in the way. How did we go there from Becky and Wanda on the carpet?
Greg.
Okay.
Leave it to Greg.
Some of the best commercials ever.
Yeah.
You know you're from St. Louis if you have that commercial.
And the TikTok shop. I'll never forget that.
What do you mean the TikTok shop?
I'm a ticking, I'm a talking, I'm a rocking, okay, I'm not going to go through
It was
the
the TikTok
thing.
shop?
Yeah.
A St. Louis commercial?
Yes.
Okay, find it.
Oh God, here we go.
Find it. Pro Joe on them trying to get that. If you remember commercials that were specific to the St. Louis area, like Becky and Wanda. But I thought I remember talking to somebody who said the Becky and Wanda commercials were in other states or they went to other at some point in time. I don't know. Or somebody said that they had somebody flying around on a carpet as well. Maybe that was the advertisers at that point in time. I don't know if we had consultants in the 80s telling you exactly what you had to do when it came to your advertising. Donna says, yep, super cojones when it came to the guy climbing the arch and parachuting off. That guy would be a worldwide icon if he did it again. If somebody did that with social media, viral videos, man, came all the way up from New Orleans to do that as well. By the way, we're Arch City now. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. You know that. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us every day. Cam Jansen, the former Blue, and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. I saw them over at the headquarters yesterday, over at the studio, and I was doing our Mizzou show. We do a Mizzou show too, by the way, Mondays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., same network, all Mizzou. A lot of football these days, talking about a very popular show. But I told Jim, like, hey, man, I really appreciated the interview you did with the 13-year-old umpire kid. And he's like, yeah, some people get on me. He's like, we want to watch the game. We don't. Literally, he said there were complaints. He got complaints, and Jim does a phenomenal job. He got complaints because they're like, well, you guys did the interview with the kid too long. We were trying to watch the game. And I'm like, what? What? Are you kidding me? I was like, give me a break. The kid was a star. It was fantastic. It was a great decision by the network to do the interview. It was a terrific interview, and the kid shined. But as I told Jim, I was like, you're never going to be able to make everybody happy when it comes to broadcasting. Nobody ever would be able to do it again. There is no way that could ever happen. From the chat line, Greg says, it was the Millennium Hotel segment that reminded me of the Arch parachuter. Yeah, because you got people hanging out on top of the Millennium Hotel, just sitting there, chilling, illegally, unsafe. Also from the chat line, 2 weeks from now, someone does it again, says Arch City now gave me the idea. Okay, see what you're trying to say. We'll see if that happens, if anything goes from that standpoint. We are Arch City now, and we just try to cover everything from a St. Louis standpoint, making sure that we're putting all that information out there for you as best as we can. There is a music show that we were told about too tonight over at the Factory, a band that I liked back in the day, Wilco. Wilco's over at the Factory tonight. I don't know if it's sold out. That might be something I'd be into. Heck, I haven't
heard that name in a while.
I know. I mean, I'd go by myself.
Yeah,
I would. I live in the area, and it's like, hey, I'll head over to the Factory. I used to go to movies by myself.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I didn't care.
I know people who've done it. I don't do it personally.
Yeah, I was. What was it, last week? I was by myself. I was like, yeah, what am I gonna do? Like, I went down to get dinner by myself. Just lonely me. Can't find anybody to go out with. No friends. No nothing.
Such a loser.
Such a loser. So doors open tonight at the Factory, 6:30 p.m. Wilco will be over there. If you guys have anything else that's going on, let us know. We'll promote that for you as best as we possibly can as well. Anything that we can. We love to talk about St. Louis on the show. We told you Cardinals have 2 more games at home. They've been here for a little bit of time there as well. Yeah, Robert's like, oh, sorry about that, Vic. Yeah, I know. Tell me more. Bring it on. If you weren't with us early in the show, UFC and Paramount have combined now. They're going to have massive programming, massive programming. And then we also got an update on that traffic situation that we were telling you about. I mean, you want to talk about some craziness. How about this? The lanes were shut down for an extended period of time. Todd, the truck driver, said, thanks for giving me the update. It is open now, so I don't know where you are in your commute right now, but the crash took place in the 6 o'clock hour. And it was northbound I-270 right before I-64. That's a terrible place. 9 vehicles involved. That's a big crash. On 270, 9 of them. 9. No injuries, though, which is fantastic. No injuries reported, which is huge news. Love to hear that. Just a pain in the you-know-what on a Tuesday morning when you're trying to get to wherever you need to go from that standpoint. Also today, I want to give a shout out to some local pickleball partners who won the gold medal. This is a big deal. The gold medal at the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships. Ryan Dickherber and Kyle Laramie won this. Kyle played some tennis, so he was a tennis star, I guess, and they started playing pickleball about 5 years ago. So that's it. I mean, that's it. Pickleball's growing. We know it. I love it. It can be a great workout. Most anybody can do it. So these two guys, they competed at the U.S. Open in Florida before, as well as in a national event in Arizona. But this time they took home the gold medal at this year's and recent 2025 U.S. Open Pickleball Championships that was held in Naples, Florida, with more than 55,000 fans in attendance. That's insane. More than 3,400 players and national broadcast. I saw this on CBS Sports. The tournament now is one of, if not the premier pickleball events in the world. And you got 2 local guys taking care of winning it. So congrats to those 2 guys. They won the 45 to 49-year-old open skill division, undefeated in their 4 matches, and they beat the returning champ. So congrats to them. They did a wonderful job. Ryan Dickherber and Kyle Laramie with pickleball. If you guys, I'm sure you guys know about pickleball.
Oh yeah. I did find, and Greg mentioned in the chat room, Steve Mizrarini.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I found an actual
ads,
Becky and Wanda commercial with Steve Mizrarini on the carpet.
That's pretty impressive. Wow. All right, we got to get out of here, don't we?
Yeah, we do,
All right, let's get out of here. We love it. Thank you guys for joining us. That does it for Arch City Now. That's Pro Joe and Vic Faust. Hot Take Central 2.0. Coming up next, we are your Lou information station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Have a great Tuesday, St. Louis.
Who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best